Hi everyone, I'm here to help you with number 4. It says consider the expansion x minus 2 over x to the power of 45. A says find the first 3 terms of the expansion. So the first term would be 45, choose 0, x to the power of 45, negative 2 over x to the power of 0. The second term would be 45, choose 1, x to the power of 44, negative 2 over x to the power of 1. And then the third would be 45, choose 2, x to the power of 43, negative 2 over x to the power of 2. So notice 45, 44, 43, 0, 1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna look for my calculator. Okay, I already know this is gonna be 1 and this is gonna be 45 from the Pascal's triangle, but I don't really know what 45 choose 2 is, so I'm doing that in my calculator and I get 990. And then I have times 40 x to the power of 45 times 1. This is times x to the power of 44. This is times negative 2 over x. This is times x to the 43 and times negative 2 squared is 4, x squared is x squared. So this multiplies to get x to the 45. This is going to be negative 90x to the 44 over x to the first. And remember that when you divide, when you divide same base, you subtract the exponents. So we'll get negative 90x to the 43. Then for the next term, 990 times 4 is 3,960. X to the 43 over x squared. And then again, when we divide, we're going to subtract the exponents and get x to the 41. Those are the first 3 terms. Okay? Then B says, find the constant term if it exists, or justify why it doesn't exist. So with the constant term, we're looking for x to the power of 0. Okay? So I'm going to use our handy-dandy formula, n choose r, a to the power of n minus r, b to the power of r. In this case, r is 40, n is 45, we don't know what r is. Then we have x to the power of 45 minus r. And I'm going to put negative 2. I'm going to bring up the x by giving it a negative exponent to the power of r. Okay. Now, I have an x here and I have an x here. The total exponent of x needs to be 0 because we're looking for the constant term, x to the power of 0. So this exponent, and when we multiply the bases, we add the exponents. So plus this exponent needs to equal 0. Okay, so 45 minus r plus negative 1r needs to equal 0. So 45 minus 2r equals 0, negative 2r equals negative 45. R equals, we're going to get a decimal, 22.5. Therefore, there is no constant term because r needs to be a positive whole number. Because it's like talking about like kind of which term we're at. Okay, then letter C wants us to find the last 3 terms of the expansion. So the last 3 terms, the last one would be, well, let me write down what the problem is. The last term would be 45, choose 45, x to the power of 0, negative 2 over x to the power of 45. That's going to be huge. The one before that would be 45, choose 44, x to the power of 1, negative 2 over x to the power of 44. And the one before that would be 45, choose 43, x to the power of 2, negative 2 over x to the power of 43. Okay, so 45 choose 43 is actually going to be the same as 45 choose 2 because of symmetry. 990. If you don't believe me, do it in your calculator. Times x squared times negative 2 to the power of 43. Whew. It's a scientific notation number. It's negative 8.8 times 10 to the 12th over x to the 43. So basically you're going to end up with, oops, hold on. So you're going to end up, I multiplied these and I got negative 8.71 times 10 to the 15 x squared over x to the 43, which is negative 8.71 times 10 to the 15 over x to the 41. Okay, this is going to be 45 times x times negative 2 to the power of 44, again scientific notation, over x to the 44. I'm going to multiply. So when I multiply, I get 7.92 times 10 to the 14. And then this x is going to cancel with one of those x, so over x to the 43. And then finally, this is 1 times negative 2 to the power of 45 is going to be times, basically we get negative 3.52 times 10 to the 13 over x to the 45. Whew, my goodness. Okay, and then part D says find the term containing x cubed if it exists. So find the term containing x cubed. Again, this is our problem. So I'm going to say 45 choose r, x to the power of 45 minus r, negative 2x to the negative 1 times r. This exponent and that exponent needs to equal 3. So the exponents need to equal 3. So I have 45 minus 2r equals 3. Negative 2r equals 3 minus 45. Negative 42, my favorite number. So r is going to be 21. So we have 45 choose 21. X to the power of 45 minus 21, which is 24. Yes, I did that in my calculator. I didn't want to think. Times negative 2 over x to the power of 21. This is scientific notation, 3.77 times 10 to the 12th, x to the power of 24. This is negative 2,097,152 over x to the 21. So I'm going to multiply these numbers and I get negative 7.91 times 10 to the 18. X to the 24th over x to the 21. I subtract the exponents. X to the 3rd. So there we go. Whew, that was a crazy question. 9 minutes later. I hope that helped. Have a wonderful day.